Hey Scorp, how you going? This is your April reading. Usual blurb down below. If you're returning, I would just like to say thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm very, very grateful. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. We're all a bit loony here. Love it because we're all a bit crazy. Very nice. And very accepting. So, I hope you get something from this. I hope you're all well. I hope that life is treating you kindly and that things are starting to flow for you. All right. Scorpio, let's see where we go. We have Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. This has come out before. And we have Wailing Tree, Reconciliations. I'll write that too. And last but not least, gathering around the power of community. Now, doesn't that go with reconciliation? Love it. Divine Matrix helps you see what is real and what's not. Like this. Anywho, yeah. The Divine Matrix is like all the tiny little things that go into making a certain event happen a certain way. It's so vast that there's no way you could possibly get your head around all the things that had to happen in all the sequences that could possibly have sequenced to get to that one moment. And that can cause, see the mushroom cloud, it can cause, there can have been a big explosion, a fight or something. And now it's caused, this is autumn, in the southern hemisphere, we're coming into autumn, fall. And it's like everything's falling away. And there needs to be some reconciliation with what, to grow something out of what has been lost. And to grow something new by letting go of the outdated stuff, and not in an explosive way, in a real conciliatory way where you come back together and you acknowledge that there are a lot of things involved that you just weren't aware of. And so you reconcile, and then you see true strength in community, which is unconditional love. It's that support. Humans weren't meant to be isolated animals, because that's what we are. We're all animals. They weren't meant to be isolated. They were meant to be in a community for support. So that's what we're talking about for you this month. Let's see. Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle them. Right. Strength. At the bottom of the deck. Strength. I love that. I'm going to lay these out and then we'll go through it. Eight of Swords. The Hermit. The Hermit. We're not meant to be isolated creatures. Knight of Swords. The Emperor. Five of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Yeah. Yep. This is all ringing true, the star, healing. King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good. Okay, so let's start with the current situation, which is not so happy, shall we? You're probably already aware of it. Recently, you felt like you've been left out in the cold. You felt like you've been given the shaft, basically. And the foundation of the situation is the Emperor, which is all about control, being in charge, being the boss. Knowing best. No, the Emperor has a very good mask and lots of control, likes control over other people too, likes them to see him as the ruler, if that makes sense, the one everybody defers to. And I think that kind of belief or attitude is what has left you out in the cold. And that's the galactic mushroom that kind of blew your whole world apart, from being the Emperor down to this kind of what happened. All of a sudden, nobody wants to know. Nobody. It's you can't understand quite how it's happened. And this is where you're at now. You're a prisoner of your own thoughts, because when you aren't willing to challenge your own beliefs and your own ideas, then you get trapped in this loop of thinking. You know, it's just this cycle going over and over and over again, and you can't get out of it. When you're prepared to challenge your thinking and kind of sit back and go, what was it about me? What was it about me that triggered this reaction, that put this into, think like that, put this into motion, so that this is where it came to. What is it that other people see that I'm not seeing? Because you kind of in that still looking at these, you know, and not seeing the truth behind you, because you're not turning around to actually look at the truth. The thing is, this is what hopefully you're deciding to do. And it could be at the moment, it feels a little bit like an anger response. Well, if that's the way everybody's going to be, then I'm just going to go off on my own and I don't need anybody. And bear in mind the energies can change. So this might not be you, this might be somebody else. However, let's just keep going, because this is the way it feels. It's a real, if they don't want me, I'm just going to go mentality. But by actually taking the anger out and deciding that, okay, all right, maybe I have a role to play in this. I'm going to need some time out from everything and everyone to really have a good hard look at myself and have a look, like really see. Not overly accept responsibility for everything that wasn't you, but really look at the way your thoughts and your beliefs and your actions have contributed to this, whatever this is. The challenge for you is to really move forward in truth. That's your challenge. Not only to see it, but to take some action to move forward. And you can still protect yourself, but to actually take responsibility and tell people that, you know, it could be a message of apology or asking for forgiveness. I have realised what my role was in this. That's your opportunity. This will bring you healing because this is the Star card. It's the hardest stuff that brings the most healing. It's facing the things that most people avoid. They spend their whole life pointing at other people, blaming other people, situations, never really looking at themselves. It just is the entire outside, which is basically saying, I have no power. I am completely powerless to everything external to me. That's basically what that's saying. By taking responsibility and growing through that, you heal so much more. It's not just about healing other people. It's really about healing the wounds within you. And then that just flows on to everybody else. Quite lovely when you get to that stage. What you're not seeing is that you have the strength to do this, but there's also people helping you light the way to the direction you need to go. And if you look at this, there's the light, and that's the direction you need to go, to reconciliation. And it doesn't just have to be reconciling with other people. It can be reconciling with yourself. Forgiving yourself for things you've done, forgiving yourself for things you've said, forgiving yourself for things you've felt. You know, reconciliation is the direction you need to move, and that's what's been highlighted for you. The advice is to be grateful. Ten of Pentacles isn't just, you know, raining money from heaven so that you have the mansion and the cars and the, you know, the Barbie doll family and the holidays and the boats and whatever. It's not about that. Ten of Pentacles is being contented, grateful, appreciative, and really valuing those around you, not just people, but things around you, and how if it weren't for those things, you wouldn't be as comfortable as you are. So this is this is the advice, is move towards contentment without rage or anger or anything else. Because even if you hold anger towards somebody for doing something, it's not punishing them. Most of the time they don't even know that you're that angry with them or that you're holding on to it. They don't know. They're off living their own lives. So a real contentment in yourself knows that whatever happened in the past has gone. You can't relive it. You can't fix it. It's still there. Even if they came begging on their knees, it wouldn't make the event not happen. Contentment is knowing that you are where you are and you are safe and you are alive. A lot of things we fear, you know, you get through and you go, did you die? No. Well then, I'm good. Everything's good, you know. So we're talking about contentment. Look at how you can be contented in your life. Your hopes and fears is confusion. You're confused. at the moment, you're fearful that this confusion won't go away, and no matter how hard you try or how much you look inside or how much you learn, you still won't know which direction to go, which path to choose. Your hope is that you pick the right one, that you will learn from your past, and that you will see clearly when you need to see clearly which one to take, which opportunity to take. And if you do that, and if you really come from an earnest, genuine point of view, you won't have to give up the freedoms that you've had. This is abundance, but with independence. It's the ability to come and go from your freedom to your security. And it's a flow energy. It's a really nice flow energy. And that will come because the Six of Pentacles is about balance, equal give and take. It's not your way or the highway. It's not being at the mercy of somebody else. It's very balanced energy, and that's what is completely out of whack now. And the King of Pentacles is the head of security. It's like everything's okay. You've got this. It's that knowing. It's the real security behind you. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to make people do what you want them to do. You don't have to, force things to happen. You've got it. And it's that real secure knowing that everything is just how it's supposed to be. It's just how it's meant to be. All right, my loves. I hope this helps. Please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Much love.